Hello and welcome. I'm Wayne Bilal with this week's Profit Maximizer Moment. This week we're going to continue our discussion about building the perfect profit machine. I discussed that on February 27th, a couple weeks ago, why that's the secret to success, and then how adopting a manufacturing mindset, I did that last week, helps you deliver a quality product every time. Why that's so important to do. And went into the steps of what is a profitable profit building machine. But one of the things I always like to throw in as kind of a caveat of, be careful. You can build this perfect machine, or you can bring this consultant in who tells you how you're going to do it just right, and you're going to get it perfect, and it's going to eliminate all the problems. But your business has to support your goals, beliefs, and reason for starting your business, or you'll simply sabotage it. It's as simple as that. I've been told more than once you shouldn't spend this much time with clients. You should charge for the initial meeting. I never have felt that way because it's basically like you're going to the doctors, and that's the way I look at it. I look at it like I'm diagnosing a problem. You're coming in with a problem. Let's see what you have. Here's your options. Usually, especially with businesses, I'm giving them. I'll give you an example. I had one yesterday. You're opening two other stores, two other restaurants, and you're doing the books. Not a good idea. Your job as a business owner is to do two things and only two things: get customers to show up to your place of business and keep them as long as possible. And really, a third thing, do those two things in a way that gets you massive profits, hopefully, at least profits. And, how you get them there, obviously, is you fulfill a need, you solve a problem for them. All right. But I've been told that's not a good idea. We spend time with the customer at the end. Well, that same customer yesterday was, using another CPA. Yeah, it's a miscommunication. They were using it for one of the companies and had a complaint simply that they can never get a hold of them, or they can get a hold of us. And I've had people, well, you shouldn't give your cell phone number to your clients or this and that. And yeah, I've never had anybody abuse it. Maybe once, and I had to okay, folks, and usually I do it as a joke. But that's because, my goal is to always been to build a firm that is supportive to the customer, to the client, and helps them run their business and grow their business profitably. All right. And the reason for being in business, truthfully, was because I'm trying to help people. And if I set up systems in place and follow like everybody else, other CPA firms are doing it, not all. There's a lot of good ones out there. I'm not picking on all of them, but more than once I've heard. And I know the client come in and says, I don't, and nobody explains anything to me. They come in, I hand them a box, they do what they want. They just tell me this is how it's supposed to be. Camera's a little off, sorry. Well, I guess it's going to stay there. Anyways, there's nothing you can do. All right. Look, let's talk about this. Every manufacturing process starts with the raw materials. In small business, you are the raw material of your small business profit machine. Every small business owner has their own personal goals, beliefs, and reasons for starting a business. Obviously, part of the reason I started a business, truthfully, was my kids were young. I was working in corporate America and I was never home. Secondly, though, it wasn't really very fulfilling. I mean, I wasn't helping people. All right. So you have to know your why. There's a book out there, I forget what it's called, The Why, why you're in business. Look it up, you'll find it. The Big Why, I think it is. Your Big Why. I didn't happen to, I thought maybe I would have put it in here, and I guess I didn't. Um, Look, there are a lot of reasons for people starting new businesses, and I've heard them all. Here are some of the more common ones: to make enough money to provide for their family needs, to provide a great service to customers, to provide the owner with a certain lifestyle. It did for me. I was able to go to my children's school events all the time. I could take a break, plan my schedule, to provide a great workplace experience, to serve God. Um, and look, every business owner has specific goals for their business. Some want a small family owned business, others want to build a large financial empire. Some want to be able to sell their business at some point in the future, others want to pass it on to their children. Simple truth is there's no right reason for starting or keeping a business. There's no right or wrong goals. They're yours, assuming you're not breaking the law, and there are no wrong personal beliefs. Okay. But there is one major rule that I've discovered in the last 50 years of working. I can't believe that. I literally started working in a CPA firm at the end of 1974, beginning of 1975. I can't remember. So I'm in somewhere in my 50th year. I don't know how that happened. And during that time, I've seen a lot. And one of the things I've seen is to be truly successful, your business has to support what you believe, what you're trying to accomplish, and your reasons for being in business. What are your goals, beliefs, and reasons for being in business? If it doesn't, what I've seen in my experience is you will find a way to sabotage your business success. That's why, truthfully, when I'm starting coaching with a business, I'm asking them to write down in detail, what are your goals? What are your reasons for starting a business? What's your core beliefs of what this product or service you're providing? What does it represent about your core beliefs and what you're trying to do for the customer? All right. Your core beliefs and business goals must be reflected in these systems. Sorry about that. Um, Consider how differently you would run your business if your goal was to provide service only in your city rather than nationwide. Imagine the difference in how you would sell your product, produce it, deliver it if you were trying to build a national brand. Think about the quality of the employees required to support a large national company as opposed to a small local company. All of these affect the ways that you will design your profit building machine. Also, there's a big difference between having a company that's basically a job, but a job you have more control over and you get paid pretty well. All right, much better than you probably would on the outside. Um, but it's one of those where how would you run it differently from that and one that you're planning on selling? You're building something to sell in the future. All of these are going to be run differently. So, hey, until next time, this is Wayne Bilal saying, let's make this our most profitable year ever. God bless. See you in church. See you next week.